universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
And once again, I think I can attest. I'm gonna meet that. I'm gonna meet that rare challenge. It is. Well, it depends. It depends on how you view what you view the point of life to be. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to give you messages that are vital. Generally, I think they are. To us all. How are you, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome. It is Thursday. Wow, that week went quickly. The 9 days nearly over. The 9 days, of course, the days of mourning. I've been shooting a lot of videos, man. I've been shooting a lot of videos today. And I'm going to shoot a lot tomorrow because I got, Sabbath I'm offline, as it. Normally I do a live stream, but I can't this week because it's Tisha B'Av. It's the holy sad day, right? It's a day of Jewish mourning. So you got to go and hear this. What's it called? Lamentations being read, and then that's and then you don't eat. Oh yes, that's the other big thing. You don't eat or drink for 25 hours. That's kind of a big one. You can watch TV, but you shouldn't watch fun stuff. It's like that's basically the way it is. It's a heavy day, man. I normally watch like 1 year I watched this Netflix Holocaust documentary series. That took up most of the day. That sort of thing. You know what movie I saw that was really weird? And I really liked it, but I think it probably would just be me. It's Jeff Goldblum movie. Jeff Goldblum Holocaust movie. That's not a good combination. It was a good, damn weird movie, especially based on a true story. And it's about this guy who was an entertainer, and in the Holocaust he pretended to be a dog for the commandant of the camp where you concentrate very, very hard. And he literally for years apparently. So he did that. And then when he survived, he made it to Israel and he was kind of wealthy. But he had this he would have this condition of spontaneously developing some kind of physical ailment or thing. I can't even remember some physical trauma. And William Dafoe was in it as the commandant. All right, let's just look it up. I'll try and find it for you guys. Here we go. One sec. We'll go over here. A new tab. Very good. We're going to go to Jeff Goldblum. Holocaust movie, because those words just go together so easily. Adam resurrected. Well, that came up quickly. Good movie, weird freaking movie. I liked it. So that's one of my Tisha B'Av movies. I have a bunch of Tisha B'Av movies. Schindler's List is always a great one. Schindler's List is probably one of the greatest movies they've ever made. I think Schindler's List is a remarkable achievement. It's Pianist, that's up there with the whole. That's one of my Tisha B'Av movies. American History X, if I'm in the mood, that's I think that's a pretty reasonable depiction of how racism happens, right? And how it's done. And I do like the arc through the movie or his personal growth. What's the name? The guy who they should have kept for Hulk. Whatever his name is. Anyway, but it's anyway. I don't know, but it's good movie. I don't know what I'll do this year. But you try and lull up the day. So anyway, so I'm not doing a broadcast on Saturday night. So I'm making content for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because Sunday again it's Tisha B'Av, and by the time it goes out, it's 8:30 by me or something like that. So I'm going to be cream crackered probably, unless there's some big news. There's some big news. I'll go live, right? That's the plan. But I got I got a ton of stuff coming up. Let me show you. 1 second. I'll go down here. Where is it? We're going to start. Oh God, that's so disturbing. Here, 1 second. I just got to make this bigger. She cried. Jigga. Know what I mean? Nice wink. Like 50 years later, we're still doing it, and it's still funny. Share screen. I want to share the screen, baby. I do not want to block it. Which one is it? Oh, there you go. Doink. We want to allow because we're just permissive. So I got some crazy stuff to talk about, by the way. That's some crazy stuff. But okay, so that's now, obviously. Well, yeah, we'll be going through all this stuff. Next one, I'm not putting on my channel. I'm building up my alternative channel, which I should have a link for. I should just put that link in there. But maybe can I find it? There we go. If I go to YouTube a bit on this browser, I bet it'll come up. Hang on. My other channel is Biblical Comics. Is thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Yeah. Okay. So I go there. I go to your channel. Okay. I'm at my channel, baby. I'm at my channel. So where am I? Go over here now. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. I'll put it in the video notes. That's my other channel because I got a copyright strike from Time Fracture. And then the good Lord smote them with flooding. No, in all fairness, they were right. But then the good Lord smote them with flooding anyway. Thank you, my Lord. That was a good one. No, they had a burst pipeline. We'll read the story. I think they got flooded somehow in the middle of bloody summer, but it is London, so that would make sense. Anyway, I'll show you what's coming up. Buttload of stuff coming up. So we got okay. So this is going on my other channel because I got a copyright strike and I don't want to get the channel suspended, right? So, but it's just Stunning and Brave. Oh, the end of freaking days. You know my opinion. I got to click off it. I'm sorry, it grosses me out. I mean, look, I'm glad they're happy, but it looks like an intimate moment I don't want to know about. I have to read this first. Yeah, I have to tell you, the Judge Dredd story in this one, which is as far as I got, not good. And it's written by John Wagner. It's just like, it's badly written, right? It's badly written. I can't believe I'm saying that. Just finished listening to this. Boy, am I disappointed. 6 episodes into Dalek Universe. 6 episodes in, and we haven't had a Dalek story. We haven't had Daleks. We had Daleks at one point as a flashback in the first disc of this set. And I think that's the first time you actually heard the sorting Daleks, right? It's ridiculous. Like, okay, what this was sold to me as was like Dalek Master Plan, updated, TV 21, unlimited budget special effects with David Tennant, right? That's what it was sold. I haven't seen a Dalek yet. I understand that. Well, we don't want to saturate. You can saturate a little bit, okay? Each one of these sets should have a Dalek story on it. It's not complicated. Don't sell it as Dalek Universe if you're not putting Daleks in it. That's just my thoughts on the matter. And I'm not pissing out. I'm halfway through. The season called Dalek Universe. How's that Dalek story? We haven't had one yet. What? Really? What, did you just start? No, I'm halfway through. Bloody hell. They're taking the piss. You're right, they are. I mean, I think they are, honestly. So I'm a bit miffed about that, quite frankly. Tomorrow. Oh, coming out tomorrow. Rumor Patrol. I've had a ton of rumors. And I had one really good one. This is bollocks. It was Patel. This was from the Express. What the hell? But I do like my Photoshop. I think the blue of the McGann TARDIS, my favorite TARDIS. I love that freaking TARDIS. If I could build a TARDIS, I would build that. I mean, not the real one, but I would build that TARDIS, right? I love it. It's absolutely perfect. Unlike Loki Season 1, God help us review. Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson visit the land of the mediocre actors. That's what it is in its entirety. Like, you know what the big problem with Loki is? Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson, right? And Hugh Grant. It's not Hugh Grant, was it? Oh, with Nell and I, whatever his name is. I'll remember soon. Yeah, like real actors. And I don't know what it is they do. They just fill the screen with their presence, right? Nobody touches them. You can't put Tom Hiddleston up against this no-name little actress, Sophia Demetriou. Who gives a shit, right? Need somebody who we can bounce with, right? Who we can seem like he actually respects. Who I could believe as totally as Tom Hiddleston, right? When Tom Hiddleston's son, I believe he's and I believe the other girl is doing a fine job, right? Whatever her name is, Sylvie. I think she's doing a fine job. Not Tom Hiddleston. I mean, like, really? Could you thought, oh, we'll just get an actress and it doesn't really matter because she's got a vagina, right? That's it. I mean, really? You guys are so freaking sexist. Richard E. Grant, thank you. You guys are so freaking sexist in Hollywood. You needed a real actress to go. I mean, I don't know who. Karen Gillan would have done it. Karen Gillan has that screen presence. And I hear, Bubblegum Milkshake, whatever it's called, is good and doing well. I wish her every success. I love her succeeding, right? Freaking, I don't know. I feel like I just get joy from it. So yeah, I'm glad they didn't cast her in this bullshit Pirates of the Caribbean movie. They're fucking lost, mate, right? Karen, you do what you do. You're awesome, right? I really genuinely believe that. I don't say about many people, but Karen Gillan, I nearly say that John Barrowman is awesome. He's just got to calm down on the gay stuff, right? Look, you're fine being gay, right? But like, I was going to play the other day this Twitter video of he's in San Francisco saying, "Look how great it is that everybody is gay." I mean, or something like, dude, wind it in a bit, mate. Right? No. Take a chill pill. Oh, boy. Yeah, but no, really, you need somebody of real stature. I like who could do it? I don't know. No one's leaving to mind. Be honest with you. I mean, Tom Hiddleston is really that good, right? I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is a little bit too good. I mean, I always felt bad for her having to keep being in those X-Men movies. She was like, "Oh, motherfucker, why did I sign that contract?" So we got that coming up. I found a new seam of stupid, right? It's wonderful. BBC America have done lengthy articles trying to make people think that Doctor Who with Jodie Whittaker is not shit. It's incredible. So here this is their article about Orphan 55. I call title it Awful 55 because you cannot. I think it's 5 to the power of 5. It's like unfreaking believable. It's like whatever square root is, instead of a 2, you put a 5, and then you 5 that as well. That's how awful it was. I'm not even the worst thing about this. Now, all of this I've shot, by the way. I haven't done the Dalek Universe and the 2000 AD review yet. I have to read 2000 AD, right? I've got to finish that. Anyway, so I got that one. So I shot this day. I'm going to shoot this one tomorrow. Boy, gum! Did I just land in 50 Shades of Grey? This makes me feel a bit socially awkward. Can you hear the ratings falling? Yes. Actually, I can. Another one of these wonderful articles. Oh, God bless you. Next in my ongoing series of a voyage through Doctor Who Classic Comics. And again, of course, tomorrow at 4:00, I'm on with Father Miller. Why do we have lightning there? I will tell you why. That leads me to my next subject. This is mind-blowing, right? Mind-blowing. Let me just pull this up. Okay, we got here. I'm experimenting with having Safari open at the same time as Firefox. It seems to be working on it quite nicely. Right, so I'm like streaming from Firefox, but then when I look up a website, it's on Safari. There we go. 1 second, share screen. Yes, we want to share a screen. George Floyd. Yes. Let it be the name. George Floyd mural reportedly destroyed by thunderbolt. Now, I don't know. As a man who believes in God, yeah. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Now, I listened to a class today, a rabbinical class by Rabbi HaGeffen. Don't listen to it. Nobody go and find it, okay? He's very, very, very Jewy, right? He's like super, super Jewy. Uses like super, super Jewish words. And you know, uses derogatory Yiddish terms for people who aren't that Jewish, right? He could be a bit offensive, but he's pretty good. So anyway, witness told authorities lightning struck the brick building Tuesday evening. Radar confirmed lightning hit in the area prior to collapse, but some are skeptical. Well, I guess you would be, wouldn't you? So. Like really, like if you didn't believe in God, right? At this, would you not at this point, right? I don't know, like, and if you believe in God, you'd be like, motherfucker, like literally, look at that. That's called an act of God in terms of insurance, right? That's crazy. God struck down the George Floyd memorial. Now, you know why I think God would have done that? You know, and this is a weird answer, but this gives you a real insight into Jewish philosophy on these things. Is that everybody has merit, right? Everybody has, well, virtually everybody has merit. I mean, some people are just irredeemably awful, but every normal person has, I hear about 50-50. Everybody is, right? I would say, right? Listen, the people you don't like who are douchebags are probably no worse than you. What do you think about it? In terms of like being douchebags, you're like, it's true. And look, there are a few people who are being douchebags to me who are so worse than anybody I've ever met before. So, but like, that doesn't mean. Anyway. Everybody has merit, and I think George Floyd does. I think I think his death being so public is something that his soul probably didn't enjoy. But I think what's really hurting him right now is whatever you cause in this life, right? You get paid for in the next life. That's basically how it works. So let's say if you do something that causes somebody else to sin, right? And bring evil into the world, you get a portion of that evil. If you do something to make somebody bring good into the world, if you inspire somebody to do something that helps somebody else, right? You always get a portion of that. Like if somebody does a good deed because of you, if you've helped facilitate it, then you have a part of it, and it's a pretty cool thing, right? So George Floyd had merit. I believe he has merit, and I think he sees the truth because he's now in the next world, which is a world we call the world of truth. But there's no bullshit, right? No bullshit whatsoever. So he knows how terrible it is what's happened in his name. He knows how deeply awful it, like how anti every good moral value. Like he's been the poster boy for the most absolute evil that I think the world's seen since Sodom and Gomorrah. No, this is bigger. Egypt. I don't know. Generation of the Flood. Yeah, the thing about the Generation of the Flood was it was gay marriage. Same-sex marriage that triggered the flood. Freaks me out. And what it was about that is the codification in law of things that go counter to God's values. He doesn't like that. And that, yeah. So more that happens, it doesn't like. I don't think there's any way of avoiding some terrible thing happening to America. I don't know. I think it's going to right itself. I hope very soon. I hope God only takes out the evil. And listen, he's got plenty to take out there. But I think George Floyd beg God to have his visage smashed, that he would not have such a great part in this true evil. And I think that's what we can call it. In America, it's true evil that has taken over America. I think that's a fair way of describing it. So I think God, being all merciful, said, okay, Sam, leave it with me. They're freaky, though, right? Definitely freaky. Fine, let me get to the chat. Let me find something more fun to look at. Then, you know, let me do this. How do I remove? I know what we can look at. 1 second. Here, I'm gonna throw this up. So, the campaign doing good. We're really near $8,000. We actually had a few sales this week, which I was surprised about. People sensing we're wrapping up because we're wrapping up. So what I'm going to start doing now is commissioning Dominic, who sent me the last page of artwork. Freaking awesome, absolutely awesome. You know, maybe I'll throw that up. 1 second. We'll get it through Facebook. There you go. The old Facebook. Click on the there. Got that one. There we go. Yeah, this is such a cool page. Oh man, I just clicked stop share. No, I wanted to share. Where is it? Facebook. There you go. Wow. That is cool. Thunderbirds over the swinging sixes, London. I might actually put a bit of a haze over London to make it the Thunderbirds stand out a bit more, right? Just because we want to stand out. We're calling them firebrands. There's Lonely at the boy. See Lonely? Let me go over here. Yeah, this is Lonely from Callan, and this is Sloane Square. If you ever go to London, you will recognise it. That is totally Sloane Square. Dominic, again, Dominic, 100% nailing it as always. Fine, let me get to the chat. Jody sucks as a doctor. You are correct, sir. And General sucks as a showrunner. It's a perfect storm of suck. Perfect storm of suck. Mr. PC Gamer Forever, tell us how you really feel. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Your name is PC Gamer Forever. Yeah, no, don't hold back, baby. Disaster areas here. That's Kellage. How are you doing? Darren M, how are you? On comics. I like you to be on comics, baby. Be on comics, because comics, you don't want comics to be on you. You want to be on comics. Okay, I'm whizzing through the chat. Oh, I'm doing quite good. Look at that. I found me already. PD Rich is here. Hell chat. Hell PD Rich is going to jump. I can feel it, baby. It's going to go. She cannot take it, Cam. She's gonna. No, I didn't jump. It didn't jump. Okay, I got excited. Queen Charlotte is here. What? Verily, thank you for joining us. Only day. You have 18 subs. I'll go and sub to his channel, Mr. On Comics. Go. I would. Can you put your channel in the chat? Oh, there you go. Oh, sub to the Rabbi's channel. Oh, well, that's also nice. Thank you. I do agree. Oh, yeah, on my channel, you have to say, yeah, I never used it. I've never used it before. I store stuff on it. Schalke Doctor. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the Richard E. Grant. Yeah, listen, we would have got more if they hired Big Finish to do it. Like, Big Finish are pissed off, right, big time. They did a Doctor Who production without them doing the audio, right? They were really pissed off. And that's why you are never going to see, not never, probably not going to see a Big Finish Schalke. I don't know. It depends how desperate they get, really, is the question. He wasn't very good, let's be honest. AKA the Great Intelligence. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I mean, listen, I do like all those Moffat villains, really. I do like those big season arcs. I like Moffat, baby. What can I tell you? The screener says, especially one about how Jodah's bad acting made the famous socially awkward scene happen. Oh, God, really? I haven't heard that story. I'm scared to know. Lonnie Webb's on comment. Oh, it's Lonnie Webb. How are you doing, sir? Now I know who you are. Sorry. Took me a minute to put it together. You took me about 5 minutes. There you go. I think I got to everybody, haven't I? Jonathan Cox is here. How are you doing, Jonathan Cox? Say yes. Say yes, 11. I'm going to say yes, baby. Say yes, baby. Because you know what? You know what happens if you say yes? You just get happy, baby. You just get happy. Ham Donny is here, and I think I'm caught up with her. I said hello to her. Yes. How's everybody doing? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, let me throw something else up for you to look at. We'll go here first, and then we'll go back to the fans in faith. We will allow it. But here, check these out. So anyway, I'm getting Dominic to start work on the on commissions. So you can get a sketch, like a simple black and white sketch done. I can't remember how much that is. That fat. Let me look that up for you guys. I have to go to. Because I wanted to have some kind of tier where you can have a personalized piece, like a con sketch, basically. That's really what I wanted. So we had to work that out. Hang on a second. Let me go to my campaign because I genuinely have no idea. Okay, I tried to make it as cheap as possible. Listen, he charges. He's being the bad. It charges and the shipping. Shipping is always crazy. Fine. So let's go down to it. It is. 1 second, I'm scrolling down. I'm just looking at $80. $80, you get both books, all the art cards, the posters. Basically, you get everything for $80 plus a hand-drawn drawing by Dominic. Now, if you want to go a bit of bling, so for $150, you get like a full color, like one of these things. These are freaking incredible. Okay, I'm so in awe. And these are the size of trading cards. These like real artwork, and it's all done bespoke to order, like whatever you freaking want. And then if you go crazy for $250, which I actually don't think is bad. Again, original piece of art. You get 3D ones. Like, look at this. Freaking incredible. I'm just saying, it's I reckon you can make your money back on it. Honestly, I think these things have resellability. Hey, look at these ones. These are cool. No, back. So got to move that. There we go. Zoom in. Oh, he puts lights in them. I love it. I thought this was the same one, just turned on and off. Then I realized, oh no, Thanos can't move on his own. He's only a drawing. I love this one too. Iron Man coming right out. Oh man, Dominic Ratcho. He is a very talented dude. Right? He's a very talented. Again, if you just want a simple sketch, it's a lot cheaper. The sketch is about $80, and yeah, again, all in, get everything. Anyway, so I got a few of these ordered. He's going to start working them next week. So we really are rocking along, baby. Walking well, baby. Walking well. Fine. What are we going to look at first? We have a lot to get to. Let's look at a bit of Leela action, right? Let's do a bit of Racco Welsh. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to do. Oh man, come on! I want to make it bigger, just like they're making it bigger for me, honey. There you go. Let's zoom in a bit because, like, it's really freaking good. I mean, they're really hot. Yes, master. There you go. Oh man. Fine. Wait. Let me get to my notes. We have. Oh yeah. We got a lot of cool stuff to get to. Trying to decide what to go to first. Should we do it like politics stuff? Because that's off the freaking charts crazy right now. Right? Isn't that, I mean, like, honestly, it's weird. I mean, they're actually, and everyone's running with it. All the media, like, with bare face, they don't mind. They're all saying that, like, oh yeah, black people can't work out how to get ID. And they're all like, yeah, black people can't do it. They're too stupid. And they're all saying, I mean, I'm like, what the hell? It's so crazy. And the media's like, oh yeah, those evil Republicans. They're trying to stop the stupid black people. And like what the hell? It's like I do not understand. I don't understand. And I'm not making it up. That's actually where they're going. So here, let's actually go to this. This is crazy. This is over here. Okay. So this is a guy going on the what's the name Cuomo show on CNN, talking about electoral fraud, and you'll see there's a like inability of what's the name Cuomo, the anchor, to conceptualize what he's saying. It's so weird, right? Here, it's like, here, 1 second. Because they won't even let themselves ask the question. Oh, look at that. An ad for Bubblegum Milkshake just came up. Or whatever they're called. I tell you, best of luck. Best of luck, darling. You go, girl. Like a bit of Karen Gill and me. You know, I'm a bit of a fan. And again, listen, I like her doing well. Where are we going to? Is it this one? Watch Facebook? Yeah, that's the one. Allow. Okay. Fine, 1 second. Let me enlarge. No, that didn't enlarge it, did it? How do you make it big, baby? I don't think we can. Fine.
Expect it to be this big at CPAC. Let's bring in the organizer, Matt.
Fine. So he's a bit freaked out that people are going, oh yeah, we totally don't trust the election, right? Like, you know, and like he's like, what? Why are you doing that? Because no, here, you watch yourself. It's the craziest thing.
Good to have him on Prime Time. Good to see you.
Oh wait, I think I found the enlarged.
Good to see you, Chris. So Matt, we've talked about this
before. No,
but I didn't expect it to be this big at CPAC. What is the thinking on going so strong at the idea that the election was a fraud? I mean, not even your own elected officials in Congress agree with you.
Well, Chris, I think it's very clear that in the states I was in after the election, including the state of Nevada and the state of Georgia, they did not check the signatures on mailed-in ballots, contrary.
All right, so just look for a second. You see, I was saying, quote, whatever his name is, what's his name? Quote, that's what Carl says. He still doesn't have his first name on there. It's like Chris Cuomo? Yeah, Chris Cuomo, right? He has to come from the point of view that like, well, obviously you're lying. We all know you're lying. It'd be crazy to say anything other than you're lying. Obviously you're lying. Like, no, because his brain, because he can't get the idea in his brain that there's no way Biden won the election. Oh, come on. Piss. I mean, yes, he won the election. He's legally the president. 100%. Was there massive irregularities? Yes. Well, why haven't the ballots been checked? Because they don't want them checked. Because that's what they want to say. They want to say checking the ballots is a ludicrous idea. No, crazy. Everybody says no. Everybody says no. Okay, fine. Just prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Thing is, we don't trust you. We don't trust any of you. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I care black, up, down, bright, white. I don't care. Everybody, I don't trust you. Check the ballots independently and see if they're kosher. Right? I saw a thing about they found like a gazillion billion double enter ballots, all Democrat in Arizona or something. I can't believe it. I mean, like, yeah, it's and I understand you've got to put on this face of it's crazy, because if you countenance the idea for a freaking second, you're fucked, and you know you're fucked, right? That's basically how it's gonna go.
Law. And that should never happen in this country again.
So yeah, mail-in ballots. They didn't check the signatures. Therefore, they can't verify them. It's I just saw someone say naked women. What? Rabbi needs one more sub. It can be you. Okay, I could use another sub, I guess. Thank you. Like, why is that a big deal? And they're just here. So let's see. He seems like he's making a reasonable point.
Matter of fact, they saw some wrongdoing in New York City in their elections as well. And there's fraud in every election since the beginning of time, including in America. And we ought to all agree, Democrats and Republicans, that nobody should vote who's not legally allowed to vote. And unfortunately, in the last presidential election, because they didn't check those signatures, we had massive amounts of fraud. These are facts, and they're
all right, so his mistake was he had massive amounts of fraud. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know there's massive amounts of it. He suspects there is. He have the potential for massive amounts of fraud. We would like to remove that potential. Right? It's possible right now for a Trump supporter to believe that the election was stolen. It's possible because they haven't. I understand. He said it's okay. She said it's okay. That one said it. That Republican said it. They said, show me the ballots because I don't trust any of you. Okay? And I'm not the only one. I'm about half the freaking country, half the freaking Western world. Show us the ballots. Right? Right? And the fact that you're not, and you shit yourself every time somebody says that, makes me think you might be a bit fishy. Makes me think. Could be. Right? Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? The reason I think things are a bit fishy is because of that expression on your face there, Cuomo, right there. Like, oh, I don't know what you mean. But yeah, he made a mistake. Say it's a fact. No, there's potential.
No, it is not a fact that there were large amounts of fraud. You had me right up until there. You've got people chanting.
Did they check the signatures? Did they check? But let me just push back on this. Did they check the signatures on mailed-in ballots in the state of Georgia, which the Secretary of State said he would not check those and verify those signatures? And did they check the signatures in Clark County, the largest county in Nevada? Did they check them? They did not, and contrary to the law in Nevada. Now, you can say it wasn't enough votes to change the outcome, but you can't say I'm not wrong.
Hold on. Here's how you are wrong. And I think you know this. My real question is going to come next, which is why you're doing it. But just to engage...
They can't. They got to just pretend it's not real, right? They and, again, so easy to prove. Just pull the freaking ballots. And they're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. And that they're doing it in Nevada, I don't know. Listen, this rabbi class I listened to today, he's convinced Trump's coming back. He is convinced that somehow Trump's coming back. It would take a miracle. It'd be great. I'll be happy to see a miracle of that stature. But that's literally splitting the Red Sea type of miracle. And that was a bit more, and let's go for the most fanciful version of that. And, there's a thing called a midrash, which is like a background parable. They said that it was, the land was dry and each tribe had its own channel. And there were decorations, three-dimensional carvings of the water in made out of water, which had it was supposed to be incredible. I don't really believe that bit, quite frankly. that's a lot of this stuff is put in to inspire you, right? To get you into that thing, that state of mind. They want to get a state into. I doubt that sort of stuff. And so anyway, that's Chris Comer. The voter ID stuff is just beyond me. Beyond me. And it's no, you're racist if you want voter ID. How? I don't. That makes no sense. And they all just running with it, like it makes sense. But you know what? I think we've got to see something to cheer us up. Something good about the world. Something that shows what a nonsense this idea that we live in a racist hellscape is. Yeah, one second. I love this clip. I freaking do. It's so sweet. Here we go. It's not long. No, none of them are long. Here we go. That's the one. This is from the Twats. So it won't let me do a full screen without it taking over my screen, and then I don't know if you can. Oh, you know what? Here, one second. We're going to do an experiment. I'm going to pull up the stream on my phone, and I'm going to see what happens. Right? There's a bit of a lag, so let me just. I have to tread water for a bit. Let me go to my channel, your channel. Okay, I'm on my channel. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm on me. Let me turn the sound off. Okay, there I am. Fine. So, let me see how far back we are. Okay. We're good. Fine. So if I go full screen, what happens here? Let's have a look. Nothing. And I can't see anything. Oh, well, that's not going to happen. Fine. Well, that's that. Where'd it go? Come back. Unable to load screen? Why not? Come back. Did I freak you out? Here. Oh, it's back again. Okay, now I'm just confused. Fine. Done. With that said, let me play the bloody clip. It's so cute. So you see, this little kid has a lemonade stand. And I want to point out,
How you doing?
in this racist world, we have a bunch of bikers, right? Who you would have thought is front and center of white supremacists. That's the stereotype, isn't it? Right? And a little black girl and a family with a lemonade stand. Like, this is just the cutest thing ever. I love this. Look at it. There's like a gazillion of them.
Okay, let me go get some more stuff.
It's crazy. The dog's barking. Oh, so here's what's going on in my wacky world. As I'll talk over this as it goes on. My roommate from my rabbinical ceremony is coming to stay. He's here for Sabbath. He's going to stay, I think, for Tisha B'Av. So I think it might be him now. So he's American, but he's kind of like Alfred from Batman. He ought to be a good Alfred, right? It's weird. We go back a long way. It's a weird relationship we have. So yeah, you get the idea. Just like I love the gazillion bikers. Yeah, because white supremacists, like they're all over everything, right? America's such a racist freaking country. No, it's freaking. See, that's it. That's why I think this is so evil. It's just so opposite of true, right? Which I think is evil. I think everything about this government is the opposite of true.
The one in blue shirt.
I have a lot of lemonade going on. Hey, we get the idea. But they like their lemonade. It looks like somebody did a lemonade stand around the corner from me. There you go. That's like a little bit more upbeat, right? What are we going to get to next? We're not going to look at South Africa. The world's ending there. Oh my god. Here's something. There's two things that are really cool, right? Two things that are really cool. I'm going to start with this one. It's a colorized clip from Wheel in Space, right? From the end of Wheel in Space. Yeah, 1 second. This is incredible. I mean, firstly, they obviously upscaled it before they did it, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's kind of breathtakingly good. So let's see it.
Have you ever heard of the Daleks?
No.
Then watch.
Who are you?
I mean, look at it. It's all upscaled.
Who are you? Answer.
This is Evil of the Daleks. This is Evil of the Daleks, right? That they were. Don't get the copyright. Oh man, there you go. But that's incredible. So yeah, that really is very good. Retro Dick, how you doing? Patrick Lee, how are you? The leftists are children's codes. They are. If they spout the lie often enough and loud enough, they think people believe it. It's for them to believe it. That's the thing. They're the ones who need to believe it because they're freaking insane, right? They are insane. Okay, we're not going to that. There's I got quite a few good things here. The next thing is this thing, which is very good. So this is an animation from Time of the Daleks, back when Big Finish was good, and when they did a Dalek story. If they put Dalek in the title of the frickin' story, right? They put Dalek in the story, you would be likely to find a Dalek, right? They put can you imagine Dalek Empire? I'm on season 2 and there's no Daleks yet. Really? Then why are you calling it Dalek Empire? Because we thought you'll buy it if we put Dalek Universe on it. You lame, that first box set, you got your rocks off on Gemma Whelan pretending to be a doctor for half an episode. And he was so happy with it. Oh, look at us. We got a female monk. Yay. Rufus Howell was perfect in that role, right? It was just dumb. She wasn't very good. See, that's the thing. That's what made the idea so freaking threadbare. She wasn't so very good. And in each one of these box sets called Dalek Universe, it should have at least one Dalek story. Ugh! So freaking annoying. The Daleks sort of show up in the second story, but they're obviously fake Daleks. And you can tell because they don't sound like Daleks. It's not good. Yeah, you want Daleks plotting and doing Dalek-y things. And I understand. If you're bored with that, that's cool. Find somebody who's not. Right? Find somebody who will do the thing that you put on the cover. Which is not this. It's not this. It's just annoying. It's got an annoying cliffhanger as well. I mean, like, I'll be surprised if like they've introduced the Movellans at the end of the second box set. Still haven't had a Dalek story yet. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so this on the other hand, back when Big Finish they did a Dalek story, they would put Daleks in it. This Time of Daleks is a Paul McGann one. It's a particularly good one. It's in Paul McGann's second season. It's weird because you have Daleks talking like Shakespearean dialogue, literally speak, and it really works. And it's weird and it's as good. So yeah, let's check this out. Yeah, doink.
Out of joint. Report. Temporal extinction device. Pad. Projections indicate that time vision resolution will be maintained. Time is confirmed. And where I didn't begin, there shall I end. Pilot will maintain stability of this vessel.
I mean, this is just cool. I'm sorry. They've done a very good job with this. Right? I just think it works. I think it works very well. Let's keep watching.
Vortex. Target coordinates set. Apply the device. Device launched. Locked on course. The dust on the empty time would fly unswept. Countdown to detonation time.
Oh, 1 second. I totally forgot. We might be having a guest. Something that's always bad with having a guest is that I forget to invite them and send the link. Let me take the screen off for a second. Turn my camera back on. I have to go over here. Lock and load, baby. Lock and load. There you go. Link sent. Let's go back to the other thing. So fine, let's go back to there. Share screen.
I take survey of the world to have stop detonation. Havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
This is a good story.
Energy is released. Danger, danger, time fission destabilizing. Alert, alert, device operating outside safety parameters. This vessel is now in danger. Feedback building, temporal looping imminent. Advise Imperial Command that the device has malfunctioned. Deploy escape corridor. Activate full temporal shielding.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't said a word because I'm just so taken in by this. It is freaking awesome. I can't believe how good this is. As I say, I am really, really impressed. I am really, really impressed. I looked at it a little bit this morning when I was going through the stuff for the show. This is incredible. I have to tell you, it's nice hearing some Daleks. I was in the mood for some Daleks. I wish I freaking got some. Of course, I'm talking about what's that show? 1 second. Oh, there we go. We just saw it. Of course, I'm talking about the Dalek universe. Dalek Universe 2, once again, missing Daleks. God's sake. No, speaking of Daleks, have a look at these. This looks cool. Yeah, it just seems like they put Dalek on the cover to make people buy it. You know? So, Big Chief Studios, the Daleks are coming. Funny enough, I'm not so psyched. I mean, like, I got my remote control Dalek, and that's really good enough for me. To tell you, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm not sharing the screen. There you go. Share screen. Yes, this time we're going to share the screen. Allow. I mean, I'm sure they're very, very good, but I bet they're very expensive. Let's read the thing. Well, where's the story? Hello? Hello? I thought there was a story with this. Let's 1 second. Merchandise guide. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, there you go. Really? That's the whole story? No. Fine. Screw you. We've got a Big Chief Studios on for that. They got a saying about it. I mean, that's the whole story. They're making that. Well, I wonder how much they are. That's really, you know, if I can't have one, I'm not going to think about it. And I mean, even if I can have one, I might not get one. I don't really want it. Wow, I'd rather have any of that more. No, not really that. That Iron Man's cool though. And why is Doctor Strange in an Iron Man? Iron Strange? I never really heard of that. Okay. Honestly, I'm just so not interested in the MCU. It's not very good. Well, where's Doctor Who? Shouldn't that be one of the... oh, there you go. I didn't see the logo because they used the shit one. Oh, I guess they don't have a choice. I don't know what Kit Bash means. What? Ooh, go away. Okay, you've already turned me off. I like the Master. But, like, you've already turned me off. Shrunken TARDIS expansion. No, I'm cool. Bobbleheads. Nah, I live without. I like that Master. What's this? Master's Urn. Let's look at the Master's Urn. Oh, what's a Master Urn? Oh, let's look at K9. I want to know how much K9 is. That should give you an idea how much the Dalek is going to be. Right? That's what I think. What's a pre-order? £160. I mean, I bet it's nice. But honestly, I got my character option ones. That gives me everything I want. You know, I don't need anything else. One second, I'm getting flashing messages. Okay, very, very good. Oh, fine. This message was from 4 minutes ago. My guest will be here in 5 minutes. So only 1 minute to go, right? Rotatable and movable head, opposable neck, fabric collar, ID, rotating sensor, light up ear speaker, eyes, light up, pull out sensor pole, extending laser weapon, pull out micro print, okay, tongue, light up control. Does it talk? Okay, if it doesn't talk, piss off. My one for $40 was better, okay? It needs to talk. Speaking of needs to talk, how you doing, Dan? How are you?
Hiya, mate. Okay. What are you playing at? Is it all gone to the dogs again?
So many things. I was looking at. I saw the story. The Daleks are coming. It sounds like you're under a bed. I'll say where they go.
Oh, can you not hear me properly?
No, you sound a bit muffled. It sounds like you're being kidnapped and you're in somebody's trunk.
I think I know. I think I know what this is.
Okay. So we started over here. I think we're having.
No, is that better? Is that better?
Oh, so much better!
Hey.
Oh my god, so much better!
Yeah, the Daleks are coming. Oh, what? Oh god, what's this? Full-size Daleks from Big Chief?
No, 1/6 Daleks.
Well,
so I'm trying to work out how much they're going to be. So I looked up. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be expensive, but I'm like, that's why I got. I got mine from Character Options. I don't that remote control one. I'm groovy, baby. That's fine. Like, how big is 1/6? I think the Character Options one was 1/6, and it lights up. It's remote control.
Yeah, I've got one of those as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got this. Okay, I got case. This is £160. Mine cost me £40. Okay, so.
Don't get me wrong. I'm sure this is impeccably finished, Rabbi, but that's a lot of coin.
I'm sure it is. I'm just saying, for my purposes, I don't need something this impeccable. Like, how big is the bloody thing? I mean,
does it move, nice. Rabbi? Does it move the canine, or does it talk to you?
No, it has rotating wheels. Like, no, nothing. Doesn't talk. It lights up a little bit. But like, I'm sorry, I prefer my one, limited edition. Yeah, because I'm not buying it.
It's an accessory to their other ones. I suppose it's in proportion to to those beautiful things you're about to scroll down to.
Yeah, I think. How big is 1/6 scale?
It depends what you're scaling.
Tell me how big this is. Oh, now you're just annoying me. Character Options in Big Steve Studios.
My guess is that they're going to keep that under wraps because it's probably only about 3 inches tall. This is amazing.
This must be about 12 inches tall. So the Dalek must be about 10 inches. Yeah, no, okay, my Character Options one is better.
Yeah. Good evening to the chat. I can see a few people saying hello. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all.
This is a nice
wow.
Yeah, this is a very nice looking figure. So I got a Rumor Patrol video coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
One of the rumors is in 2023 we're going to see 12 specials, each with a different Doctor.
Yeah, I saw that a couple of weeks ago. Somebody sent that along to me as well. I can't remember where it came from, but it's. I think
it came from me. Okay, I think it's like I said. That was what I said. Wouldn't it be great if, right? That's the way to do it.
Let's face it, mate. It's happened before, hasn't it, Rabbi? That's
it. The TARDIS being changed to a camper van. Remember that?
I do indeed. That was one of your greatest hits, wasn't it? Yes, it could have been you. It could have been you that mentioned it to me in the first place. Of course, there's no way it's going to happen. For a start, it would require creativity and commitment and the effective, competent production of a television program.
Yes, I will. Oh, you know what? Let's look at this. This is a really sweet feature. Oh, this was This was the headline article. Okay. Never trust me. I like Moffat, I lie. Okay. I do like your background.
Yes, it's calling.
So somebody gave me a full background on Master of the Universe and how this isn't the same. This isn't a sequel series at all. Okay. It's has to be set in a different universe because of Hasbro rights or something or other. What am I looking for again? There's
a lot of stuff, a lot of speculation about this He-Man show at the moment. I have to take that at face value myself. If they, it's they have the rights. The corporation that's had the rights to Masters of the Universe forever spent years putting this show together and years convincing somebody like Kevin Smith to take it on. So, I don't know. I suppose I shouldn't really judge until I see where that information's come from, but I think it's likely to be bollocks.
Thing is, I used to be like that way, but we've been burnt so many bloody times before.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I thought the Trek stuff sounded like a lot of old cobblers, but that turned out to be true.
Okay, just to catch you up, let's look at the thumbnail. The headline article is David Tennant's tearful farewell to Doctor Who, which this one won. The other idea was I was going to do Donald Trump and Boris Johnson saying, "Hey, we're timeless children," and then see Jodie Whittaker go, "Ah!" Yeah, you can see yourself from everybody, can't you?
Yeah, I think that would have gone down very well with your fan club on Twitter.
So I recreated. I don't want to get out. Get out, says the gentleman. It's our time now. We're going to be the bestest ever, and everyone's going to love us, and it'll be the end of the evil male patriarchy. No. So anyway, so we're going to look at the article, which is the David Tennant's tearful farewell to Doctor Who. This is from when he finished playing Doctor Who, and this is just resurfaced. It's really cool, but it does make me sound like he's quitting doing more Doctor Who. Although, bloody hell, Dalek Universe 2, no Daleks again. I'm like, what the? You have fake Daleks in the second episode, and you have a flashback with the Daleks in the background in the first episode, and that's it. Dalek Universe,
the Dalek
right?
free
For
zone.
God's sake. What? Like?
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of these yet. I must admit, I have been a little bit put off by some of the reviews that do say how few Daleks there are in this bloody thing.
It's so annoying. It really is. It's like. And the fake Daleks sound so fake, and it's just like, I want to hear Daleks doing Dalek-y shit. And if you're bored of doing Daleks, step aside. Somebody isn't out there.
Do something else. Do Mechanoid Universe or something.
Whatever. Don't tell me it's Dalek. Okay, this is what it'll sold to me as, right? A modern retelling of like Dalek Master Plan, set in that kind of universe with like a TV 21 unlimited budget. With David Tennant as a doctor. That's how it was sold to me, right?
Yeah, shit ton of Daleks. I don't think you were. I don't think you were labouring under a unreasonable expectation.
That's how they sold it, and I think that. I mean, again, first box set, no Daleks, right? First box set, they have. They're all excited because they have Gemma Whelan plays the Doctor for half an episode before revealing it's really the meddling monk. I'm happy to spoil this shit because it just irritates the crap at me. Gemma Whelan is really a new version of the meddling monk, now called the meddling nun. And the thing that annoys me, right, about Gemma Whelan, right, about this, she's no good. It's not even that she's any good. She will probably be better as a doctor. But doing this like jolly hockey sticks thing, it's just not. It's like annoying.
Yeah.
Mr. Reed, how are you doing, sir? Just sorry, chat.
Make you wonder. Somebody in the chat is saying sub here for naked women. Is that? I consider myself to be an enlightened 21st century man.
I think that's a subtle ploy to get people to sub to my second channel. I'm starting to drop content on that. Here, this is the thing I'm dropping on that channel.
I didn't know you've got a second channel. This is very exciting.
Because I've had it for years. I forgot about it, and I use it to store stuff on. Essentially. So I got one copyright strike against me from Time Fracture. And then the good Lord sent a flood and wiped them away. No, they're coming back in a few days.
Yes, I saw that. Something's happened with them.
Right. So I said, listen, in all fairness, they were right. But if they take it off, that'd be very nice. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Time Fracture.
The naked ladies and your second channel.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, so I don't want to risk anything else on like getting a community strike. Therefore, I'm posting this video on my other channel. Is this stunning and brave or the end of freaking day? I can't watch it. Oh, God, leave it alone. Oh, God, it's so disgusting.
Oh, what the?
Oh, God. I'm sorry. You have to do it privately.
I have eaten, so it's quite all right. Unless my meal may come back, but yeah, it's whatever.
So I mean, like again, they were trying. This person who was a biological male, meaning they don't have milk ducts, was trying to get a baby to suckle from them. It's not good. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have institutions for people like that back in the day.
Listen, if you don't think it's the end of the day, did you see this? 1 second, let me go. Yeah, check this out. You open this up. This is something went wrong. Retry. Okay, I'm retrying. There you go. Let me zoom in. There you go. Now have a look at this. See if you can work out what this is.
What treats are you going to set before me this time?
No. This is me, and this is, I think, basic proof. This is the end of days are here, right? This is the proof.
Okay, more cut, more.
Where is it? It must be this one. Yeah. Now, what do you think that is?
That's. I know exactly what that is. Yes, it's where lightning struck a mural of St. George I won't say it. St. George Floyd. I can't remember where it was. Oh, it says.
Listen, look at it. It's right in the middle. Like, what the hell?
Yes, it's
striking you down with like. What more do you want?
Is this lightning country? Does this happen with regularity? Do we know?
What? Like what? The image of an idol be smashed down for God? Not for the last couple of thousand years. This is kind of new.
Well, I meant more sort of amongst the community. Can anybody be sort of walking down the road, be going to say maybe go and buy a newspaper or whatever else, or to pick up a bottle of milk, and lightning strike to their left or whatever? Is this lightning country?
Honestly, I haven't done a comparative study. That you're making a fair point. Okay, I haven't done a comparative study, but for God's sake, lightning struck!
This is the one news story I actually did see yesterday, and yes, it does make one wonder, because they got him right in the fizzog, didn't they?
Yes. So let's go to something nice. Okay, fine. This is a video from David Tennant's final day playing Doctor Who.
We like David Tennant when he's actually fighting Daleks, not pretending to.
Yeah. But this is really sweet. Okay, I really love this video. It basically shows why we love David Tennant as a Doctor, and I like that he's in the. You can tell he's very much He's very much in the end of time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see he looks a bit dishevelled.
And I think I'm going to get summoned back on set, and for everyone to say goodbye, which is very sweet and very kind of a bit too much actually. I think I want to just run away now, but I can't do that. That wouldn't be very sociable after 4 years. But it's a fun feeling. It feels a little bit bereft. But anyway, I'll go on and smile and say thanks to everyone. I'm getting a bit sad.
Oh, there you go. That's why we love you as a Doctor, mate. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a genuine affection and pride in his work, and that's somebody reflecting on their own life and a key moment in their life in real time, which is right. It's very very generous of him to record that at the time and to put it out there, and 12 years later we get to see it again. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, well, I never saw that clip. I'm was good with pretty much everything. I got discs of everything. Like everything came out, I recorded this, especially from the early days.
Yeah,
so cool. I loved it. Oh, Lucy Meow is there. How you doing, Lucy? And so's Ethan. Burkheimer. I was going to say Bruckheimer, but that's not you. Next thing on the list to talk about, which is I finished watching Loki. Have you finished watching Loki?
I've got the last 2 episodes to see. I was going to save them up to watch them as a sort of movie-length thing to get it out of the way with the least pain possible.
Last episode is a bit turgid. There are bits of the one before last which are very good. Richard E. Grant is great in it. So here's what I realized, right? You know what's wrong with Loki? 2 things.
Right.
Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. Why?
What's wrong with it? Go on, hit me with that.
Why? Because they own the screen completely when they're on, and nobody can match them whatsoever. They stick out like sore thumbs. They don't belong in this production, right? They don't belong. And
I think what you're saying, Rabbi, is they're movie stars, really.
Yeah, and listen, you need somebody with like screen presence to be able to go toe to toe with Tom Hiddleston. right? It's what you need. And like, what actresses could like this woman they chose, Sophia Dimitia, like nobody heard of. There's a reason nobody heard of her. She's doing a fine job, a competent job. And if they didn't have Tom Hiddleston standing next to her, you wouldn't notice that she's not like it's a different dimension, right? The only person who can match Tom Hiddleston on screen was Richard E. Grant and Owen Wilson, right? Nobody, like all these like commercial actors, you know, basically like the main woman, the main black woman, and I'm saying main black woman because she was cast as a black woman. Let's be clear.
It's a very forgettable performance. I mean, you know, we're talking about the girl who used to play Martha's sister in Doctor Who. You know, she's never.
It must be like driving a minivan with kids in a Geico ad.
I mean, the female Loki kind of character. You're right. I mean, she was a bit part actress. She had very little actual success. She hasn't got that much charisma. When you think about if they'd have put somebody like Ruth Wilson in that part, okay,
Ruth Wilson, perfect. Yeah. Yes, perfect. Could have gone to. She had the presence to go to Tom Hiddleston. Yeah. Good, perfect. Or Rebecca Wilson, the woman from the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, I know who you mean.
I'll tell you who else. The one who was in the last. The two of them, Vanessa Kirby and whoever played the Queen.
Vanessa Kirby or Claire Forlani.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Vanessa Kirby would have been outstanding. Vanessa Kirby would have been perfect for that.
Yeah. She's got slinky, but she's not like.
Yeah.
She was great in that Mission Impossible. She was just perfect in that.
So why did they go for this bit part?
Because I think they just said, "Oh, we have to hire a woman. Who cares?"
Do you think it's because she was cheap as well? Because let's face it, you know,
probably
Tom Hiddleston wouldn't have come cheap for that. You know, the guy is okay. He still works in television now and again, but he is predominantly.
No, they obviously spent money on them. It's and then in the final episode, you meet like the big bad, and again, he's very good at opposite Sylvie, but when Tom Hiddleston's there, it was just like you can tell it's just kids playing, right? It's like
the whole thing feels like kids. The whole thing's felt like kids playing the entire time. Tom Hiddleston has seemed. He relies on his natural charisma, and I won't say that he phones it in, but it's very much Loki light, and I think he's not bringing his best at all. When you look at stuff like The Night Manager, this is Tom Hiddleston almost on autopilot.
This is done by contractual demand. But I think he's bringing as much of his A game as he can. I think he's not in the same place, but in the same ballpark as Chris Eccleston in Thor 2. No, Chris Eccleston in Thor 2 literally wanted to kill himself.
It's. I mean, the whole thing doesn't. It's not very promising for future Marvel shows. I think that in fact, all three.
The MCU is a dud, and they'll say it doesn't matter. They still make money, right? They've worked out a way of even if you do crap,
Sausage Factory. Money. Yeah, people will continue to subscribe to Disney Plus to see this stuff, to be up on it. And who knows, people may even make their way through the entirety of Phase 4 and stay loyal to this brand. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not going to be there.
But I did the math on Black Widow, right? And they're very happy with its opening. And it did. It had the best opening since COVID, right? And it did well on. They got
you'd expect that, though, wouldn't you? You'd expect that the biggest film series to have the biggest.
Very weak word of mouth, right? A very weak word of mouth. And you can watch it at home. And people weren't really that interested, and she didn't look that good on the posters. It wasn't like something that would draw you in, but it did. But then I did the math, right? It's one of the lowest earning. Okay, it fell off 40% since the first weekend, right? That's a big drop.
Yeah,
right?
It's a big drop.
I think next weekend it'll probably fall off completely, but like 2 more weeks, right? I think if it goes over 500 million, right, they're going to be very lucky. I think they're probably looking more at 300 million, making it one of the lowest grossing Marvel movies, and they're super excited about it, right? I think, it'll still be around. They won't be making $1 billion. They'll be making 300,000. This whole let's have a look at the Marvel slate, right? 1 second.
Yeah, I do forget what's coming up next.
Because it's all forgettable. Marvel Phase 4. That's the thing. It's all forgettable. That's why.
I know there's 2 more TV shows to come by the end of the year. Well, 2 more live action shows, both with female leads.
Oh God, who gives a shit? Which Fine. So, okay, fine. In terms of movies, Black Widow was the first, right? Nah, reasonably. Have you seen it?
No, God, no. I'll probably get round to watching it next week. It's yeah. It just
it's shit, all right, and it's so shit. I listen to nerdoric things explaining what it could be, what it should have been, like the origin story where her and Hawkeye become incredibly close for some reason. Basically, that she's a villain and he's assigned to kill her, and for some reason they go on the lam together. They get together, and he turns her around. That's the movie, right? Not this movie about. It's a thinly veiled allegory for sex trafficking, basically.
Oh right.
You know, Ray
Winston's in it, isn't he? Ray Winston.
Ray Winston basically plays and I got all this from Red Letter Media. They call him. He plays Martin Scorsese. So and they're saying he represents Hollywood abuse of women, right? And fine, and I think it probably does, right? I think it probably does. But, like, excuse me, it's not men that created the society. It's not women that created the society. It's all of you. And all of you are responsible for it. And it doesn't exist outside of your sick little bubble, right? Us normal people don't live like you sick fucks, okay? We live normally, right? We don't need to be condemned. It's you. You that are the weirdos. And yes, you're weirdos. What?
They spent 2 hours sort of self-flagellating and then expect us to pay 10 quid a head to go and watch it.
Right. I mean, exactly. And it just wasn't good. And, you know, I'm not going to go into it. Fine.
I would have thought, I was expecting something with a similar sort of ambience to the Winter Soldier movie that would feel like a political thriller.
Yeah. No, but again, you had like a touchy-feely woman directing it, who's done touchy-feely women movies. Look, basically, it's very, very obvious that she only directed about a third to a half of the movie. Yeah, all the special effects stuff and the action sequences, she had nothing to do with it. They start the previs on that. They start work on that before there's a director hired. That's all done. Yeah, that's all done and locked in before there's before the script's finished.
That's crazy. I mean, I knew that they did that because Peyton Reed works like that, you know, and obviously it works perfectly well for some on the Ant-Man movies. I know, and because that's why Edgar Wright left the project. But I didn't know it was that amount of material, and I wasn't sure who directed this. I hadn't looked it up. I didn't know if it was a man or a woman. I probably should have guessed.
Obviously a female director. Yeah, I probably should have guessed. Fine. So anyway, this is the order that it was supposed to go in. But it was supposed to go in. Black Widow was the intro. WandaVision, heavily MCU. Very good. It was like reading a girl's comic. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then we got Black Lives Matter. And Loki. Let's introduce a crap female Loki. And they're based in Black Widow. Do you see Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I did.
Fine. So remember, was it Julia Louis-Dreyfus? Was it Elaine from Seinfeld?
Yeah, she plays that. So she's in charge of the. Well, she plays the same character that woman played in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's almost exactly the same.
I have no idea.
Same character. Yes.
Anyway, so she recruited the other Captain America, the US agent, the only likable person in that whole show.
Yeah,
the only one that I really rooted for. Right. And I think his takedown in episode 3 or 4 was a perfect metaphor for the takedown of the United States of America. Right. I think that now we have really seen it. Right. The United States of America is it's no more. I mean, it might come back, but the insanity going on there, Like the idea that they got to get rid of any voter ID, and if you don't want to do that, you're a racist. So that literally their argument
find that
is
extraordinary.
And all the media's running with it. More the media runs it 100%. And so literally their argument is black people are too stupid to get IDs. So it's racist to ask them to have IDs. I'm not even joking.
Okay.
It's like that.
No, I've not seen that. I mean, they've specifically mentioned black people in regard to this.
No,
They're not.
They say was it rural areas? They say they use code words, but she's talking about black hair.
It's. I mean, yeah. I assumed you meant that. No. How can that? How can you possibly keep track of who's voting for who? How many times potentially? Because people could keep going over and over and over again.
There's no security whatsoever here. One second. I'll pull it up over here. This is literally saying it. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, it's only a minute clip. Harris.
There's an argument that rural Americans can't photocopy anything.
Yeah, here, look at this.
People have to understand that when we're talking about voter ID laws, be clear about who you have in mind and what would be required of them to prove who they are.
But look, if you talk to people, you talk to Ohioans, or you just read a poll, you find out that rural Americans are actually strongly in favor of voter ID.
Well, you're going to have to Xerox or photocopy your ID to send it in to prove you are who you are. Well, there are a whole lot of people, especially people who live in rural communities, who don't. There's no Kinko's, there's no Office Max near them.
It's amazing that the Vice President of the United States thinks.
Oh, where'd he go? Come back.
Rural communities. I mean, it's like she thinks rural states thinks that people can't make photocopies in rural communities. I mean, it's like she thinks that if you go to a small town in this country, you've got the Tractor Supply store, you've got the guys with the and there's nothing else there. And of course, that's ridiculous. And anybody who lives in these communities or spent time in them knows that.
I don't understand the point that you're making.
It's I'm like the president said as well. Like, you know, and the idea is you are racist. You are racist if you think there to be any form of voter ID when it's so obviously a ploy for massive voter fraud. And like the only reason I think there's massive voter fraud because you're not allowed to say. The only reason now I think there's that the January 6th thing was staged, and the more I think about it, sounds like it could have been.
It's starting to look that way.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to say that on Facebook right now. That I didn't think about it until they told me I wasn't able to do it.
I like how they described that entire event and the people who were there that evening as the survivors of that, like it was some enormous humanitarian disaster, like a flood or a tsunami.
Although
only one person was killed, and they
believe it of themselves. Like I think, what's the name? AOC, when she made up that whole story about how there was she was hiding in the bathroom as they came in with guns to get her. Yeah. Which never happened. She wasn't even in the building.
Yeah, she was in a different building around.
Right. She was just lying around. I think she believes it. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure that she believes everything that she says, but she's not very bright.
Because they're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. Anyway, we have Black Widow followed by WandaVision, followed by Falcon Winter Soldier. So in Black Widow, was it a small spoiler? Julia Louis-Dreyfus shows up in that, and she's recruiting another Black Widow, like somebody the other.
Yeah, I expected something like that to be going on.
Right. By the way, Florence Pugh, lovely woman. Whatever her name is, lovely woman. Yeah. No, she's not sexy.
No.
Right, and that's really a problem. Like it's very important.
It's a problem for us. I think it's what they want at Marvel now. No sexy women anymore.
Right. I think, but Black it's very important. The character is a sexy spy assassin, right? Uses is very, very, very important. No, forget it. So, honestly, so the point is this. Then you have Loki. They're building an alternate Avengers. Nobody gives a shit about these characters. There's a girl who lives around the corner from me, right? It's about 14 years old. I have no idea how she was. Between 13 and 15, okay? Maybe younger. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea.
A kid.
She's a kid. That's all I know. She was really excited for it, and she enjoyed the Black Widow movie a lot. She was like hyped up for it. But she's not interested in Sylvie or the new Black Widow or all these new. She's not interested. There's no connection. So anyway, check out Phase 4. So Phase 4, following this, you're going to get Shang-Chi. I don't think anybody really gives a shit, and the Eternals looks like it's going to be a disaster.
It really does. Yeah, it looks all over the place.
And then there's What If and Miss Marvel. Is that coming this year?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so I think by the time you get Spider-Man next year, people are just going to be like, piss off. Right? The movies they have that people want to see, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and Thor is going to be awful. Like Thor, we know is going to be
given up with Thor. That does look, every single photo that we see from that, every little drop of information sounds horrendous.
God, look, this is an awful year we got. I mean, Doctor Strange will probably be the best of them.
I trust Sam Raimi.
I didn't realize Spider-Man. That'll probably be the only one. This is going to be awful. Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and the Marvels. What an awful year of Marvel.
The Marvels.
I mean, that's going to have Miss Marvel, and she looks so bad in the role. One second, they got to have the picture there. It looks so bad.
Yeah, it's not looking good, that show. And I was all for that character. I'm one of the few people who was all for that character getting her own show. I know the comics haven't done brilliantly, but I thought there could be some mileage in doing this. And then I saw who was the showrunner, saw who they'd cast. It looks like she's got no charisma whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of one of these Marvel shows having a kid. Well, I say a kid, a younger person under the age of 20 as that central character, but this just doesn't look right.
It looks like shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just looks like shit. I'm sorry. I don't see people relating to it or connecting to it or really caring.
No, I don't either. When you think about, have you seen Stargirl, the HBO Max show?
No, I was actually saying that on my. It's not HBO, is it?
Well, it is, I beg your pardon. It started off on Disney Universe and it's now on CW, isn't it? But it's really it's the same quality as that Superman and Lois show. Well, season 1
I got to because I really like. In fact, I got an episode of that to watch tonight. I love Superman and Lois.
So if you like that, which I know that you do, because we've talked about it on Hard Drive, then you would like Stargirl. It's got that. It's got a character that you really, really root for in the middle of it. She's around the same age, but they've cast her impeccably, surrounded her with good, capable actors, and there's lots of kids. There's lots of, please forgive me, everybody, for using this word. There's actually lots of diversity in it, but you never notice because the characters come first. Give that show a look, anybody out there. If you haven't seen
listen, that show that I really liked last year, Raised by Wolves, had all the SJW tropes in it, but it was still very, very good. See, that was it. Was because it was good, you know. Like you make it about people, it's good. So look, the MCU. I just don't. Do you see them making? I think Spider-Man. They'll probably get to about 700,000.
Some of these projects will get bumped or won't happen at all.
Right, but I think the only ones getting even close to the phase 3 money or phase 2 money will be the Spider-Man and I think Eternals is really going to kill it. Eternals is really going to kill Spider-Man.
Ooh,
it depends on how close
it's I didn't realize Eternals was out before the end of the year. Okay, that's not gonna go well.
Right. I know. And then you got look at this terrible. You got these movies in again. The Doctor Strange is probably going to be good. Thor: Love and Thunder awful. But my point was they're not getting anywhere close to the money they used to get. Black Panther's really going to make 300 million. All these, the only ones that stand a chance of breaking 400-500 million are these two: Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
I'd say you're right. I mean, there are people out there very excited for this Thor film. People who think that Taika Waititi is a good filmmaker. I think he's a bit of a dick. I don't think he's made a proper film.
He's both. He's a bit of a dick. No, he is. He's both.
I don't think he's made a good film since The Hunt for the Wilder People myself. I haven't enjoyed anything. Admittedly, I haven't seen the Vampires one. Apparently, that's really good. But,
oh, that's
all
great!
the other stuff,
I love
what we do in
that.
Shadow.
Oh my god, I love the TV show they made of it.
But he seems to have spent so long now having smoke blown up his bottom that he won't be coming down anytime soon.
That does happen. That does happen, doesn't it? Here, let me pull up this next story. Is this the one I wanted?
Oh, starry-eyed girls in the chat. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. We were talking a little earlier on by text message. It's good to see her there. Let it be true, Rabbi. Don't show me things like this and get my hopes up.
We've already seen them film it. They've been on set.
Season 4. They've finished filming that, haven't they? I assume they mean season 5. I mean, who would be crazy enough to make a 5th series of this?
Who knows? Some of the Discovery fans aren't going to want to hear the latest rumor, not even one bit. But there's been some scuttlebutt about late that the series might be on live support of Paramount Plus. I can't imagine it's not. The next season could be its last. Thank God. I can't believe they're making a full season. I mean, like, I can't believe they made a second season of it. I can't believe they made a
that last season was bad.
Like after the second season, I'm like what? What? It's like somebody just shitting themselves in public, right? With a really, really wet diarrhea, like a whirly spat attachment on your arsehole, like there's a cloud of fecal matter.
Yeah,
I
can't face
go
the
back
thought
and
of
do the
another
same
season
thing
of
again.
that.
Sorry.
I can't face the thought of another season of that.
Oh God, me either. And I saw the teaser for Lower Decks. I'm like, oh Jesus. Really?
I haven't even seen that. I saw a still image from it, just one still image, and I thought, no, I'm not doing this to myself again. No.
I am. Damn, I love my channel. I'm doing it for the channel.
I hear you completely, and yeah, I mean, maybe I'll cover it in some way. I don't know, but there'll have to be a virtual sort of drought of anything else to watch for me to go anywhere near.
Oh man, it's so bad. It's all so bad. Fine, let me see. Fine. So
where's this rumor come from then, Rabbi? Why are we supposed to believe this one rather than the last?
Well, John Fricker Wrote Robots normally has a reasonably good track record.
Yeah, they're not too bad, are they?
Well, the decision would appear surprising considering the critical favorite nature of the program. It's solid critical consensus. Well, but it's growing sense that the numbers might just not be there for the program. Well, everybody does, worship the show. I mean, like, nobody's allowed to criticize it.
The numbers have never really been there or been proven to have been there since day one, have they? And everything about it seems to indicate that the thing has been a commercial disaster that they've continued to pump money into time year after year, simply because they had nothing else to make.
That does make sense. Okay, fine. So here, we're finally getting to the source of the rumor. The latest Star Trek Discovery rumor comes from a couple of different sources, and we're using the word sources in inverted commas here. The first source is Twitter user @GeekAuthority, who posted that the show is on its way out, and the series creator, Alex Kurtzman, was getting the axe. No, he's not. Nobody ever gets the axe in Hollywood, right? No, he's not.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, listen, he was going to get the axe. He would have happened already. What happened now? Like, what could he do that's worse? Exactly. And he's still employed.
Yeah. He's also behind that Silence of the Lambs show, isn't he, Clarice? Which there's been a ripple from that.
Well, no, haven't they been cancelled?
Has it been cancelled? I heard it's no reviews at all. The indication is that it's made no cultural impact whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. Right. Now it's worth noting that this scam isn't a massive one, and the original tweet was summarily ratioed. But there was also a follow-up with YouTuber Doomcock, jumping in to confirm
the great Lord
the
Doomcock.
original.
Hail Doomcock!
Oh, hell, Doomcock. Future ruler of Earth. I'm not sure if you're ruling Earth just quite yet. I would like it to be true. I would like it all to be true. Fine. 1 second. Additionally, this rumor from the original tweet mentions that it wouldn't just be Star Trek on the chopping block while Kirk. He's been telling that Kathleen Kennedy's getting dropped for 3 years. Right? Well, yeah, 3 years in, you know, you have to pull it back a little bit. That's what I would say.
Reassess your boundaries of believability. Yeah, certainly. Exactly.
And I was actually with him for the first 2 or 3 years. I mean, 2 years, and I don't dislike him now.
Oh,
no. It's like him saying something doesn't necessarily mean that I believe it.
No, and I'm sure that people are consistently telling him these things. He's reporting it accurately. If you talk about Doomcock now, aren't you? Not
right.
Alex Kurtzman. Yeah. He's obviously got trusted people, and maybe conversations are going backwards and forwards over there because it does look like a sinking ship, doesn't it, Rabbi? That's the thing about this whole venture, this entire Star Trek. It seems like a sinking ship. And the amount of personnel that it loses, showrunner after showrunner after showrunner, I can't believe that people are literally veering from one extreme to the other in how they combat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's see where this goes. Where was it? If it was CBS jumping Starship on the franchise, then that would include Star Trek Picard, Lower Deck. They've already started filming it. Prodigy, these are all Lower Decks is done. I think, considering the commitment CBS has to these properties at present, it's hard to believe they would call it quits across the board. I don't know. Listen, when they have Amazon paying for Lower Decks, why wouldn't they?
I think that this is all really woolly, sort of. It's like the skin on the top of a rice pudding, rather than getting underneath. This is how it looks to the layman, to the normie. That anybody who's been paying attention for longer than 3 or 4 months can see that there's so much else going on at Paramount surrounding this entire property. The people that have moved into place to have plans for this brand, and I think the impression I get is that they view this crop of shows as standing in the way between them making the kind of money that this brand could potentially make for them. And I think that they probably will want a fresh slate at some point. I know that Lower Decks has been approved. They've already started making season 3, but that can't carry on indefinitely.
Well, why not?
I suppose that's been bought and paid for, though, hasn't it?
Indefinitely. How are they still doing it?
I think it's the similar situation. Like you say, Amazon have stumped up the money and maybe they've made a long-term investment. Just like Nickelodeon have made a long-term investment. They've made enough investment that's needed to make a couple of seasons of Prodigy. Whereas the situation with both Picard and particularly Discovery's been precarious for a couple of years. We'll soon know if Netflix still distribute this show come whenever it's on, October, Discovery season 4, then we'll know that a lot of the things that we've heard have been bullshit. But everything's sort of indicated that Netflix have continued to sort of renegotiate every single season to pump less and less money into it. And they're only really still hosting it in any territories so that Paramount don't lose face. And simply because there's nowhere else seems to want it. Amazon apparently wanted nothing to do with Strange New Worlds based on Picard. Where Strange New Worlds ends up, that'll be interesting. We lost the Rabbi. Have I bored him to tears? I don't know what you guys feel about it, but yeah, I think when you have one show on all these different networks, you've got one on Nickelodeon, he'll be back in a moment, one on Nickelodeon, one on Amazon Prime, and one on Netflix, then something isn't right. You would think that they would want internationally. Okay, maybe the home territory is what's important, but this is an international brand, isn't it? Star Trek is a big international brand, and you would think there'd be some brand loyalty, some association is bound to be the ideal circumstance. In the UK, it's a different question entirely. I don't know what you guys think. Vamp Dan. Hey, nobody panic, folks. My computer just started rebooting from nowhere, so he's been booted out, but he'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I mean, here's how I feel about the whole Star Trek question. We have an intellectual property with 55 years worth of worth of storytelling behind it and that cultural appeal. Yes, it's been subverted just like all the others. It's not been nice to watch. It's been like a long, protracted 4-year car crash. But the money people have kind of moved in. I wouldn't say it's in the hands of the receivers, but I get the impression that people are watching very, very closely. And the fact that Discovery was entirely rebranded last year, that's indicative of a kind of last ditch. Well, a sort of, I saw that as a last ditch attempt to make something that people could relate to and get on board with, and that was pointing in some direction. But we know that you can't just do that with surface things like changing costumes and logos and whatever else. It needs to come from within, from the showrunner and from the writers. But they're the same old no-hopers that have been on it for a couple of years. So I think that the people who's the show. Does anybody know who the showrunner of Strange New Worlds is? Has somebody been in the job? Has somebody managed to stay in the job for the entire 13 episodes? That's what I'd like to know, because that would be a major uptick for Star Trek under Alex Kurtzman. Kurtzman got to Tzvi, says Starry-Eyed Girl. He could get to all of us, couldn't he? He could pick us all off one by one. That would be terrible. The Rabbi's been cancelled. No, he hasn't. He'll be back in a moment. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, even Father Miller is sick of the constant fourth. Yes. Oh, the Star Trek movie. Yeah, yet again this week, a new director was announced for that Star Trek 4 movie. The one that may or may not star the J.J. Abrams cast. I'd be surprised if it does now myself. Remind me, everybody. So it was Noah Hawley before. Then it was S.J. Clarke. Who's got it this time? It's the guy who directed WandaVision. I can never remember his name. Somebody let me know. Yeah, maybe he's a Trekker. I don't know. Maybe bringing somebody from television to a big movie on that. No, he was a movie director before, wasn't he? He directed something before. I can't remember what it was. But I very much doubt it was something with the kind of budget that one of those JJ Star Trek movies would have. Sub for the Rabbi's second channel, everybody. Yes, while On Comics is reminding us. I don't even know what it's called, but I'll be certain to go and look that out later on. Watch out, says Retro Dicky. Kurtzman, the frog, is hopping mad at the Rabbi. Star Trek Discovery hasn't connected with any sufferings. Not a significant one anyway. I don't think it's connected with anybody. And I think Darren M says, I think they are playing fast and loose with the dollars. Well, there's a lot of money behind these brands, and they're going to be thinking long term rather than short term with these things. Dan Hadley, how did you get past security? Says Christian Basil, the legend of the traveling TARDIS. I don't know. I never know how I managed to get away with anything. And it's the Rabbi's lingerie channel. It's a bit like a lingerie catalogue. It's drive time with Dan. Have I gone into the? Have I done it? Yes, it's over to the travel news next with whoever that is with Starry-Eyed Girl. Yeah. So let me know. Do you have any hope for Star Trek? Anybody in the chat have any hope for Star Trek whatsoever? And is anybody going to be there for Star Trek Prodigy? Because I am going to give that. I'm going to give that a look. Don't judge me, everybody. Don't judge me. It's the fact that it's animation. The fact that Kurtzman's name is on the credits only as a courtesy. It looks like he hasn't had any creative involvement at all. It's less chance. Okay, it may still be woke, but if he hasn't curated the stories, there may be something watchable or affecting on some level. Whether it will be Star Trek or not remains to be seen. Of course it does. On Comics, it's me, Lonnie Webb. Lonnie Webb, Mr. Comics, Mr. Kickstarter. Go and check out Lonnie Webb over on Twitter and see what he's up to. No, I've never seen this account before, Lonnie. That's not under. So PD Rich adds no hope for Star Trek under bad reboot, secret hideout, all that sort of stuff. I think that's fair. I believe that there are contractual obligations that are likely keeping Secret Hideout as involved as they are, and that Paramount themselves, they're marshalling all their IPs. Who knows what's going to happen? We've got... Yeah, he's back!
Hello, how are you doing?
Well, I did my best.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird.
You did fantastic.
Thank you.
I kept trying to get back on.
There's a lot of Star Trek apathy in your chat. There's a lot of Star Trek apathy in your chat here, Rabbi. Nobody's too fussed. I must say,
listen, because you haven't had good Star Trek for years. That's why. Yeah, it's like it's. they even stopped making the fan films. Like Axanar would regenerate the Star Trek to some extent, but again, Paramount, if they had any sense, they would greenlight Axanar now, like right now, and throw it up. People would subscribe.
I think they should swallow their pride and get on board with that guy. I mean, he sounds like allegedly he's a bit of a dick, the guy who does that, but he's a very creative man. He managed to get that done, so I don't know why they didn't bring him into the fold anyway. Lonnie Webb on Comics is asking, "What's my channel, Dan? My channel? What's it called, Sarah? You tell him. It's called the Space Book, Lonnie. go and find us over there. Myself and the Rabbi's over there sometimes larking about with us, and Ian and various other people.
We do have a laugh. That's true.
We do indeed. We do indeed.
Let me take you off my phone.
Christian says that Star Trek looks like a 3-year fan project gone wrong at present. I can see what it means.
Yeah, it's just awful, isn't it? I mean, that's
Rabbi, do you know?
I'm going to.
Do you know who's the showrunner of Strange New Worlds?
Is it Kurtzman?
I haven't got a clue. I don't think so. I think they've got somebody in. They've brought a ringer in.
It's the Akiva Goldsman, isn't it?
Oh, could be. I know that they're involved.
He's a head writer on it, I think. Yeah, listen. I mean, Brave New Worlds might be good. I don't know. I feel like a battered wife. Right, I'm like, I'm just waiting for my computer to like.
They keep telling us. They keep telling us the things that we want to hear. But they did that last year on Discovery season 3, and by episode 3, you and I were both pulling our hair out.
Oh God! Discovery, I had like no hope for 1 second. Hey, there we go. I'm here.
2 rabbis for the price of 1, everybody. What more do you want? You don't get this on other channels, and you don't even get this on my channel.
Oh, no. I did this the other day on my channel. Yeah, 1 second. Let me close this.
The magic of YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I got to turn the sound up over here. There you go.
I think that the best Star Trek on TV is, of course, the Orville.
The best.
The more the Orville we get, as soon as possible, the better.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, when's that supposed to come? It's been a while. I know it's been that.
It has to be before the end of the year, surely. Has to be.
You would have thought so. Yeah, you certainly would have thought so. Man, that was so weird. I was just talking along. My screen went completely blank. I was like, "What?"
Now you've come back on, though. Now you're back on. Your webcam looks a lot sharper.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. I don't know if you've had to adjust your settings or something.
Maybe. Yeah, look, everything's for the good ultimately. You know, we say. But there's one other thing I wanted to look at though about the. You were talking about it. I wanted to look about this new movie. I thought they had it here on Giant Freaking Robot.
I did laugh when I saw this story. I had to check the date to see if it was April the 1st again.
Yeah, or Groundhog Day. Newly announced Star Trek 4 will use Chris Pine and Kelvin Crew as Scoop confirms. Okay, this is breaking news. Then let me go share the screen. Man, but I thought we all knew that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So they essentially got the guy from WandaVision.
Yeah. He has done movies before as well, hasn't he? Just not movies of this size.
Size doesn't matter, baby. Size doesn't matter. It's giving me the little whizzy wheel because my computer's in the middle of rebooting. That's why.
Yes. I'll believe that a 4th Star Trek JJ whatever film it's going to be. I believe there'll be another Star Trek film when I see it. When we see
when I see him shooting, then I believe.
Yeah, of them actually shooting something. Then I believe it's going to happen.
But listen, I can believe anything now, right? I mean, I can believe absolutely anything because they did Discovery season 3, they did Doctor Who season 13, they did The Last Jedi, right? I could believe they would do it. They've done the MCU, right? They've done Black Widow. I would believe they done Captain Marvel.
Anything's possible.
I'm way past the point of going, oh no, they couldn't. Yes, they can. They can, and they do often, right? Fine. So they say they're going to use a Chris Pine crew. All hadn't been well in the Star Trek universe for quite some time now, especially when it comes to the future of the film. Sorry?
You're not kidding?
You're right. As Chris Pine, as Captain James C. Kirk and the US Right, fans of the film have pretty much given up hopes of ever getting a full film. Yeah, in the series, until it was recently announced that WandaVision director, oh my God, Matt Shackman, had been tapped to direct the next Star Trek film. Honestly, the tone of WandaVision would kind of work for Star Trek. It's like, if you don't make it, it's more playful.
Yes. Yeah, particularly if they sort of chimed in with some of that... with some of that Americana. Yeah, some of that sort of old-fashioned American sort of family TV. I'd go for that.
Honestly, I don't think they want to make crap. And I think they're very happy they made movies. I think they're very happy they made Force Awakens and Star Trek 2009, whatever it is. I think those movies entertain people, and they were happy about them.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy both of those.
And I think that's what they want to do, is just their shit. But no confirmation had been made regarding Chris Pine's return in the film. Will there actually be a sequel to From Beyond? Thankfully, the answers are finally here. It was recently reported in Deadline that production of a new Star Trek film will begin next spring. I'll believe when I see it. And a script for the same has already been prepared by Lindsay Beer and Geneva Robertson Dworet. But there's no information about... I thought they're starting from a new script. There's no information was released about the nature of the film itself. Is it a prequel? Is it a reboot? A film with original characters set in the same timeline? Or will it bring back Chris Pine to his trust again? Breaking the bubble of... okay,
I'll tell you what, buddy. I bet another Star Trek movie looks a lot more appealing to Chris Pine since he made Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it says is intent on bringing back Chris Pine and crew. While no deals for talent, hearing hope that Shackman Star Trek will be a Chris Pine crew return. That's okay. News now. The news confirms Jonathan Rogan's scoop a few months ago, wherein there was a day of almost 4 years. Star Trek is back on track. Chris Pine is attached. Yeah, his star's fallen. I bet you're right. I bet that's what made it possible. Wow.
And the only reason they haven't dusted down that original script is that Chris Hemsworth is always busy.
Right. And wait till after Thor: Love and Thunder, you'll be able to get him easy.
Yeah.
You made that Star Trek 5. No problem. Scoop is that our trusted inside source has also revealed that not only will the film see the return of Chris Pine, but also the Kelvin Universe crew, who we last saw in 2009 Star Trek.
Because these roles, Rabbi, they belong to these actors, I believe, for as long as they want them. I think that that the public do like them. I think the
he was fine in the role. He was absolutely fine in the role. So they're using the script here. The film will see Kirk reuniting with his father, George Kirk, Chris Hemsworth, who, and tell you, what a canny piece of casting. First people to have him on screen, right? That was then things were working for Bad Robot. Yeah. Who sacrificed his life to ensure his wife, Winona, and unborn son got to safety to ensure this mind-boggling reunion. There has to be some kind of time travel mentioned along with Chris Hemsworth's Paramount is also aiming to get William Shatner, who played Kirk in the original, to appear. Well, that would be weird.
I love the Shat, but I wouldn't. I love the Shat, but I don't want to see him back in a Star Trek.
Yeah, he's too old, and he's like he doesn't. He's above this, right? But Chris Pine star will not be a theatrical release, but instead debut on Paramount Plus exclusive. Interesting, in order to amp up the number of subscribers. That makes sense from a business perspective. How much longer is this?
And it would make sense why they've gone for this guy as well. This director potentially.
Right. Now it all makes sense. Yeah. The news that Star Trek 4 will be sort of being back in the works bodes well for the cinematic portion of the franchise, which is on the verge of being shelved since in early 2019, it was reported a deadline the sequel to Star Trek Beyond had been cancelled after S.J. Clarkson was supposedly to direct the film decided to leave the project for HBO's new Game of Thrones spin-off. Okay, good move there, mate. Before that, Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth had both left the project despite having existing deals for the film, as Paramount wanted to decrease their cut to lower the budget of the film. Fortunately, now there is finally hope on the horizon. Fine. Listen, it sounds like they're intending to, but let's see what happens by spring. Everything's fine until they make a.
They have a whole reserve of affection they could still tap into for the Star Trek brand, but they need to pull this out of the fire pretty damn fast. And whilst they've still got Nicholas Meyer, who is still in the camp and still wants to make that Karn miniseries. Personally, I would turn that into I would bite their hands off for that. Yeah. I would bite their freaking hands off. They'll be crazy not to want that. Would turn everything around for the Star Trek brand in a way that the Mandalorian did for Star Wars. If they made that with Nicholas Meyer and just gave him creative control, told Alex Kurtzman to back off. And just do it Meyer's way as its own thing. Say it's in another universe. It doesn't really matter. Just tell us a convincing story that holds together over how many episodes, or turn it into a TV movie like they're talking about. That could premiere on Paramount Plus, and they could market commercially all over the world. They could even sell it theatrically if they wanted to.
But okay, you know how stupid they are in Paramount Plus. The casting the fan films was moronic. What they should have done is firstly they should have a standing set. They should provide the standing set for people to come and make fan films, right? And they got to be but they can only be on their platform, right? That's it. And then you get free content, and people liked it. And I would greenlight a New Voyages, Vic Monaga, whatever his name series. And they'll be cheap as chips, and you do that. Use the same set.
That's what I would do. They have a fiercely creative man there who would. Vic pulled some serious hours for free doing all that for years of his life. And okay, if they don't want him to make new old Star Trek, having people like Vic, having Seth MacFarlane beating their doors down to make Star Trek, turn them down, and end up with the no marks that they've got making it at the moment, absolutely defies belief.
Well, that's Hollywood. That's why Hollywood is stupidity. It just is.
I can't argue with that diagnosis. That I really can't.
Right, listen, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm hungry. My roommates here. Legend of Japanese Novel said before the pandemic they wouldn't. Today they will. Chris Pine needs a new swimming pool. You are right. You're right. Daddy wants to get paid. Daddy wants to get paid.
I am going to have something to eat, and I'm streaming in half an hour, everybody. Myself, Ian David Diaz, and yes, we're doing a stream. You can come if you've got an hour or so. We're just doing an hour and a half on pop culture and on the Dave Cullen video essay from a couple of days ago. So we're going to talk about that.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'll send you a link. It's whatever. I'll send you a link. It's very powerful. And thank you, everybody. Thanks for your company. Thanks for inviting me.
I literally have my roommate just arrived from Rabbinical Seminary, so I have to go see it. But
good stuff. Enjoy your evening.
Fine. If I can make it, I will. But I'm gonna hit the end broadcast button, and I'm gonna hit it again, and the